Today, we are getting to know tight ends coach Brian Angelichio just a little bit better. So, Coach, thank you for taking the time to do this. I know you're busy.
It's good to be here, Kristen.
So I gotta get this one out of the way first. I have a last name that people get wrong in Balboni quite a lot. I wanted to make sure that I got it right with Angelichio. How often are people getting that wrong when they first meet you? Do you usually get a nickname? How does that usually go?
Yeah, Angelichio. It will come out, but yeah, it's usually a hard name to pronounce. Not too many people can get it on the first try, and typically the players that just resort to calling me Ange, so that works as well.
So and that's what your guys now are calling you, right? You're just Coach Ange.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know if they know what my last name is actually.
They got the important part of it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I want to go back to your playing days in college. So at St. Lawrence, you were an outside linebacker, and you were also the captain of the baseball team. Do I have that right?
Yeah, I played two sports in college.
Wow.
It was small school football. It wasn't Division I major college football. It was Division III. But yeah, I had an opportunity to play football and baseball. So I played three sports in high school. So I just loved playing sports.
What was the sport that you gave up when you went to college?
Basketball. I wasn't good enough to play basketball in college.
What position did you play in baseball? I had to know.
In baseball,
Mm-hmm.
I was a catcher. And football, I went in as a quarterback. They told me I wasn't good enough to play quarterback. I don't know if I necessarily agreed. No, just kidding. But then I switched to defense and played outside linebacker my last 2 years there.
That's quite a switch from quarterback to outside linebacker.
Yeah, it was good. I played defense in high school. I was a DB, so it was fun. Rather than get hit, you got to hit. So I enjoyed that part.
So it is interesting though, and I didn't know the part about coming in as a quarterback, but then you add that to it, you end up at linebacker, and when you first start out coaching, you tried out a variety of different positions, secondary, linebackers, wide receivers, O-line, before eventually settling on tight ends and sticking with it, in the course of your career as a coach in college and then in the NFL. How did you settle on, okay, tight end is the position that I should be coaching, that I enjoy coaching, and that I can have such a big impact in?
Yeah, I think my experience on defense is something that has helped me as an offensive coach. Playing defense and then starting out in the secondary at linebackers, because I think that's having an opportunity to understand what the defense is trying to do, I think is very, very important. And then moving the offense, as you said, having a chance to work with the O-line and the receivers. And, I cut my teeth in Division III football. I was a player and I coached Division III for 10 years. And we didn't quite line the fields on our own, but I think when you do that and then becoming the offensive coordinator at a Division III school, you have a knowledge of the offense. Like you don't have the luxury of having a full staff of 10 assistants like you do in Division I. So if you want to put a play in, you got to kind of understand it from all areas. So that was good. I mean, we had one other full-time coach and a bunch of part-time guys. So it was a great experience for me, and I loved it. And then have an opportunity to go with Dave Wanstead at the University of Pittsburgh. The position that was open was tight ends, and I had coached offensive line, receivers, so it was easy. And just being with the opportunities and jobs that come up, the tight end position's unique, and it's one that I really enjoy because you have to understand the run game and protections, and you also have to know the pass game. So I enjoy all areas of offense. So it's really, really exciting for me.
And you have such a great story and a great journey. One part of it that I noticed as I was reading up on you, while this is your first time working directly with Coach Rhule, you guys would recruit against each other. You both had the Philadelphia area, I think you said, when you were at Pitt and he was at Temple. How was that? Did you ever go up against the same guys? How did that, or for the same guys?
We would run into each other quite a bit on the road. When Coach was an assistant at Temple and I was an assistant at Pitt, and we would kind of, I guess we're not supposed to do this, but we would kind of talk about the recruits in the area. And hey, did you go to this school and see this guy? Did you go to that school? Yeah, I went to that school. You don't really need to stop there. Hey, they got a good player over here. So we would cross-reference notes, and we would see each other quite often and get a chance to meet out and maybe have a burger on the road at some point. But we were just young and running around the Philly area and Harrisburg area recruiting as many players as we could.
Well, I appreciate you giving us that insight. I'm sure there are more stories that you can't tell, but I appreciate that. Before I let you go, I read something that I just absolutely loved, and you credited the support of your parents throughout your entire career. You said they never missed a game when you were in high school and college, and even now, on all your stops, in your NFL coaching career, they will have the gear of your team. So I just have to know, have mom and dad gotten their Panthers gear yet?
Yeah, they may not have gotten any for me yet, but I guess I'll have to get on Donnie on that. But no, just kidding. Donnie's great. But no, they have gotten their gear. Oh yeah, they've went out, and it's actually people in my hometown know what team I'm with, or when I made a decision, because my father will, just below the American flag, he'll fly the flag of the team I'm with. So he's got a Panthers flag hanging up on the flagpole.
Well, I know that they are very proud of you, and I love the fact that your dad flies the flag.
Oh yeah.
Well, Coach, thank you again for taking the time. This was a blast. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Kristen.